So hello, how are you all doing? I welcome you back to this private space of mine. And my name is Amarachi Okereke, your favorite relationship coach and self-development coach. Also, I'm a marriage and family counselor. So I remember mentioning in my last video that I'm going to be starting a series. So we're going to be starting the series today, and I tagged the series Knowing Your Worth. As an individual, whether as a lady or whether as a man, you need to know your worth. I will talk about relationship later on. We'll generate a series for that. But before you even think about getting into a relationship, first things first, you need to know your worth. It's an 8 weeks series, meaning for the next 8 weeks, every week we'll drop a video on a particular aspect. Okay, so today, okay, before I go into today, let me just run you through the different aspects that we'll be talking about throughout this series. Okay, so first of all, you need to understand what self-worth is. I'll be breaking it down for you. That's what we're going to be doing today, breaking it down for you to understand what self-worth means. Then we're going the next thing is the part two will be how to value yourself. The part three will be how to identify and pursue passion. Because if you know your worth, you should be able to identify and pursue your passion. Okay, the next part four will be how to eliminate low self-esteem. Because if you know your worth and you're able to build up your confidence, you should be able to get rid of low self-esteem. After which, part five, how to prioritize self-care. We'll be breaking it down, telling you different aspects that you need to handle. The part six is how to set healthy boundaries. The part seven is characters and attitudes to exhibit as an individual. Because if you know your worth, there's a way you carry yourself, there's a way you would behave, and there's a way you will respond to people. Okay, so then the part eight, which is the last, how to choose the right partner. Because trust me, if you know your worth and know what you carry, you will not just settle for just anybody. Okay, so I want you to go on this ride with me, share to people that you know we really need this, and if you are here and you are yet to subscribe, please do so that whenever the next series drops, you'll be notified. Okay, so let's go right into it because of the time. So the first thing here is understanding self-worth. So you might have heard the word self-worth, 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 but you don't understand what exactly is this self-worth. What does it mean to have self-worth? Now, self-worth is the sense of one's value as a person, meaning how you see yourself. Okay? It is the internal feeling that you have about, what you who you are and what you carry. We're talking about when you look at yourself and say, yes, I'm deserving of respect, regardless of external factors like, okay, what I've achieved so far, and meaning that if you've not achieved anything, you don't deserve any self-respect or self-love. No. So knowing your worth means irrespective of what I've achieved so far, I still love myself. Irrespective of my physical appearance, I still love myself. Irrespective of my social status, I still love myself. That is your self-worth. Meaning, irrespective of what people are saying, irrespective of how you look, whether you have eye problem, whether you have a particular birthmark that makes you feel inferior, whether you have a particular ailment that's making you behave in a certain way, but irrespective of all these things, you still carry your shoulder high and you are confident in yourself. That is knowing your self-worth. Okay, now you should understand one thing, that self-worth is not external. It comes from within. It starts from you. It starts from the kind of words you tell yourself. It starts from what you believe about yourself. It is recognizing the values that come from within you. The truth is, many of us have a lot within us, but because we don't value ourselves, we don't know how much we carry within us, we belittle ourselves, and it is very wrong. Because when you belittle yourself, you cannot expect another person to regard you with that kind of worth and value and respect when you've not seen it in you. You need to see it in you before you expect others to see you that way. If you don't see yourself in a certain way, you cannot expect another person to see you that way. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying. If you need to share this video with anybody, please do. This may be what somebody needs right now. Okay? Now, it involves accepting yourself, loving yourself as you are. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. We're talking about embracing yourself as you are, accepting yourself with your strengths, accepting yourself with your weaknesses, meaning that you know you have some faults, you know you have some shortcomings, but no, you don't choose to look down on yourself. You accept yourself, accept your strength, accept your weaknesses, accept your successes, accept your failures. See, there is something that my dad used to tell me. We say, when you fail, try again. Try again. You convince yourself that the fact that I failed once does not mean I'm a failure. Some people will say is the time you stop trying, that is when you start failing. So when we look at this thing, you are talking about accepting yourself, you are accepting your strength, you are accepting your weaknesses, you are accepting your successes which you celebrate, you are accepting your failures, and you don't give up on yourself. That is knowing your self-worth. Now, we're talking about accepting yourself without judging yourself. People will talk, but you need to accept yourself and not judge yourself if you want somebody else to feel that way about you or think that way about you. It starts from you. Because when it starts from you, whatever people are saying will no longer matter. Because what matters the most is what God has said about you and how you feel about yourself. That is the most important thing. Now, what does it mean to have your self-worth? It means that you treat yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and respect that you will offer to another person. Charity, they say, begins at home. It starts with you. Everything starts with you. Meaning that you choose to deliberately be kind to yourself. You deliberately show compassion to yourself. You deliberately respect yourself. When you respect yourself, there are places you will not go, there are things you will not say. There's a particular pattern you will not behave. I don't know if you are getting what I'm saying, but I hope you are. So we're not just talking about behaving anyhow or feeling the way you want to feel. You deliberately and consciously treat yourself with kindness and respect. That is when you have known your self-worth. If you don't know your self-worth, it will be very difficult for you to do that. But you'll be looking for it outside, meaning that you'll be waiting for somebody else to do it to you, to show you kindness. Meanwhile, you can show yourself kindness. How do you do that? You tell yourself, I am good, I'm beautiful. If you need to take yourself out, please take yourself out. Don't waiting for somebody to do it for you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk about that in the other parts. So we're focusing on explaining what it really means to you right now. Now, what does it mean to have self-worth? It means that you have a positive. Now, it's one thing to have a view, and it's one thing to have a positive view. Now, knowing your self-worth means that you know your values and then you place a positive value on yourself, and then you view yourself positively, meaning that you view your abilities positively. You don't talk negative about yourself, you don't view yourself negatively. You have a positive view of yourself, your skills, your abilities. You don't allow the words of people make you look down on yourself. Now, The fact that you have a positive view of your personality, of your abilities, it doesn't mean that you are proud. It does not mean you are perfect. Mm-mm. But it means that you see yourself in a kind and positive light. The fact that you are confident, you go to a place and you are sitting with chest high, does not mean you are proud. Does not mean you are arrogant. There's a difference between being confident and being arrogant. There's a difference between having knowing your self-worth and carrying yourself with respect and being rude or proud. They are not the same thing. So you don't have to belittle yourself to show that you are humble. No, you don't do that. You don't have to look down on yourself so that people will know, this is a very humble person. No, you don't do that if you know your self-worth. Now, one may ask, okay, what is the benefit of all these things? Now, when you have a strong sense or idea of your self-worth, it improves the way you see yourself. It leads to healthier relationships because you will not settle for less. You will know the kind of people you should associate with. You will know the kind of friends you should keep because you don't want to keep negative people around you. You don't want to keep people around you that have negative vibes. Okay, you're trying to guard yourself. So when you have a strong sense of your self-worth, it will lead to healthier relationships. It will help you make better informed decisions about yourself, about your career, about your family. You'll be able to make better informed and rational decisions. Even in the face of challenges, you will never give up. You will not see a setback as a failure because you have a strong sense of who you are and what you are capable of doing. That is it. And now there's a very thin line between self-esteem and self-worth. Sometimes we tend to confuse these two things. Now, most of the time, self-esteem is assigned, or will I say, allocated mostly to your accomplishment. When you do something and you are praised for it, your esteem rises, and when you are cautioned for it, you just go into your shell. That is that. And most times it can fluctuate like NEPA. Meaning that sometimes you may be so confident, and when something goes wrong, you feel that you are losing your self-esteem. But self-worth is deeper than that. It means whether I get this contract or I don't get it, I know who I am. Whether I pass this exam, I fail this one, I know who I am. Whether somebody leaves me, meaning they serve you breakfast in Nigeria terms, whether somebody leaves me, I know who I am. It is their loss. So all these are tied to knowing your self-worth. Okay, so that is why I created this series, because I know that there's somebody out there that needs this at this time. You need somebody to boost your confidence back. You need somebody to help you, drag you out of that hole that you found yourself in. That is the whole essence of this series that we're starting today. Okay, and the first part, like I said in the beginning, I will review it again, understanding what this term self-worth really means. Okay, and that is what I've done today. So if you are yet to subscribe, please do so. You can do it. You don't have to pay any money for it. You can subscribe so that when we come on with the part 2 on how to value yourself, you'll be here to get some tips that you can apply in order to place a level of value on yourself. Because one of the ways of having, of understanding and knowing your worth is the value you place on yourself. Okay, so the part 2, which will be next week, will be how to value yourself. The part 3, how to identify and pursue passion. Part 4, how to eliminate low self-esteem. Part 5, how to prioritize self-care. The part 6, how to set healthy boundaries. Because trust me, boundaries are very important. Part 7, characters and attitudes to exhibit. Part 8, choosing the right partner. You don't want to miss anyone. You can click on the notification bell, it's somewhere there, so that whenever a video is dropped, you'll be informed. I will also be sharing this on platforms so that anybody you know that needs it, you can feel free to share to the person. Please. I want all of us to be better, because apart from looking good, apart from wearing nice clothes, you need to be okay mentally. You need to be okay psychologically. You need to be okay emotionally. And one of the ways to be okay is to know your worth. Okay? So thanks for stopping by, and I will say bye for now. See you next week. Okay, at least I forget. If you want to reach out to me privately, you want to book a counseling session, maybe you don't want to drop your questions in the comment section and you want more clarity on how to handle certain things, please feel free to email me at amiable counsel, that is amiablecounsel@gmail.com, or you send a WhatsApp message to me in order to book a session. And the number is 0815 128 6532. Okay, so please, no one is an island, so feel free to reach out to me if you want to book a session. We'll schedule an appointment and we can talk better, and we'll see how best to help you. Okay, enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful day. Bye.